Okay, we all ready?
Thank you.
You don't want to hear me speak for very long, so I'm just going to welcome Shane to Perth. Hopefully it's going to be a successful stay. We've signed Shane for 3 years, and he's already brought his family over, so they're looking to find a place to settle down. But welcome, Shane, and any questions?
Shane, what made you come west?
I think it's just all about timing, really. I think the club's heading in the right direction. There's a fresh look about the club, and it's something I sort of want to be a part of as well.
There hasn't been much success with the Glory in recent times, Shane. In fact, they've been in some ways underachievers in the A-League. What do you think you can bring to the club?
Look, for starters, I don't think one player's going to change everything, but I think I can certainly help out. I think there's a whole bunch of players coming in. As I said, there's a fresh look about the club, right from kit, from players in the background as well, people in the background, sorry. And you know, it's something good to be a part of. You know, I've been to 2 clubs before where it was they've started off fresh, and this has got the same sort of feeling. And you know, obviously looking forward to a really good pre-season, get my head down, and hopefully can continue the good form that I've been in.
Did you feel like you made a good change?
Not so much. I mean, it was more about what I could see here, the vision. You know, obviously Tony's you know, back in the club a hell of a lot, and it's really good to see. And you know, as I said, that's something I really want to be a part of for the future.
You've had a couple of stints overseas. Is that still in the cards? You've signed a 3-year deal?
No, to be honest, I'm not looking at that at all. I've signed a 3-year deal here. Really looking forward to playing out that 3 years and hopefully more. You know, I just want to be successful with the club personally and obviously with the team. Hopefully we can achieve something.
How much was the opportunity to play in a side club like Robbie Fowler? How much did that come into your decision?
Well, it's obviously something I'm looking forward to. So it's certainly added to my thoughts. You know, obviously someone like Robbie's fantastic to have around on and off the pitch. So yeah, really looking forward to that as well.
Tony, can you still fit Robbie Fowler into the picture with signing Shane?
Yeah, look, the rules are very strange. I mean, he's a dual international, but he's an Australian player, So we took him under the international marquee, which relieves Robbie of that position. So we've talked to Robbie, and he's keen to come back to Perth. But we told him, look, the deal isn't going to be the same as it was before. You'd have to fit under our salary cap, and he's accepted those terms on a handshake. We want him to put it down in writing, obviously, but we believe that's only a few weeks away. So, that means Shane will be our international marquee.
How much of a boost is it for the club with all you've gone through to have someone like Shane?
Oh, look, we've been sweating on it for months. Obviously, he saw the vision. We had a deal basically done a month or so ago, but the FFA have to tick these things off, and they've taken their time. A lot of clubs have gone to the wall, if I can say it that way, so they want to make sure that any international marquee or marquee is funded all the way through, just in case something does happen. So that was the hold-up. Never Shane not making his mind up or us not making his mind up about him. It was always the FFA delaying the decision.
So you pumped a lot of money into this club. Yeah. How much longer can you keep doing this?
Oh, look, until we win the Asian Champions League. So after that, I'll sort of look at how much I've spent to get that far. But that's always been my aim, always been my dream. So I want to be able to do it. And you know, we've had some hiccups along the way. Obviously, last year was shocking. I'm not going to say anything else. But that's been my dream, and I want to do that. So you know, that might take another 2 years now. Since we've got to actually get in the top 2 of the A-League to get to the Champions League, but we'll get there.
Well, with the calibre of players on your list now, is it now or never really?
Oh, look, it's always like that, but the teams across the A-League are getting better. I mean, you've got to look at 2 clubs a year and a half ago that were struggling. It was Adelaide and Brisbane, and look at the seasons they've had. So, you know, it can happen in one season. A lot of it's got to do with confidence. We had, I thought, at the beginning of last season, a good bunch of blokes, but obviously they didn't gel together, and hopefully this year with input, and we've lost 13 players. A lot of people don't add it up, but 13 players are gone, and that's what Shane's saying. It's a fresh look to our squad for next season. We've only signed 5 or 6 new ones. We've got 3 or 4 more to announce over the next coming months. So yeah, it will be a fresh look to the squad, and I'm very confident that the boys will be able to do it this year.
Shane, there's been a lot of, in recent years, and Tony's obviously spent a lot of money bringing some big names in, and you're obviously the latest. Do you feel additional pressure? Because, you know, in previous years they have brought in the players and it just hasn't quite worked. Do you feel additional pressure? And obviously you're a striker, you're expecting this sort of goal.
No, not at all. I think that comes part and parcel with the game. You know, I believe in my own ability. I think, you know, we've got a long pre-season ahead, and I know if I stay injury-free and put my head down, that I'll produce. And I'm just looking forward to the whole team to do the same. Yeah, hopefully it's some exciting times ahead.
Is he the best striker in Australia at the moment?
His record speaks for itself, doesn't it? So yeah, I believe so. But you know, there's every season something comes up and someone does well. But just go on consistency. And I think yeah, we've brought the best striker in Australia in the A-League to Perth. But you know, time will tell, as he says. You know, you only can play as well as the players around you, and that's what we've hoped to bring to Perth this next season. Is someone to help Shane and Robbie kick some goals.
A couple of years ago you signed a middle-aged marquee player, hoping that he delivered goals. He hasn't done that. Where does he sit in the scheme?
Oh look, he's on the list. He's not one of the players that was asked to leave the club, so we're just hoping that his niggles that he had throughout the first 2 seasons have gone, and he's fresh and able to assist us in winning the A-League. So you know, that's where we sit with him at the moment. You know, he's a required player. He's with us, and hopefully he can deliver on our expectations of him.
Tony, where's your request to bring Celtic to Perth?
We're just doing some numbers. Unfortunately, we heard some bad news yesterday. Nathan Tinkler, the Newcastle Jets, pulled out for non-football reasons, really. It was for other reasons. Celtic will only come out if they've got 2 games. We won't be able to have 2 games in Perth. So we're seeking one of the other A-League clubs to play. We're committed, if there is another A-League club, we're committed to bring them out. It'll be around the first week of July. We'll play them, I think, on the Sunday. So everything's in place now. Everything was going to be announced in the next 10 days, but unfortunately Newcastle had to pull out. We're very keen to get them here. It's great for the boys, great for the profile of Perth Glory. So we'll just continue on that, and hopefully Melbourne, Sydney, Gold Coast, Adelaide or Brisbane will come to the aid and play a second game.
Is there any chance, Tony, that you could link it in with an Asian?
Yeah, we can. We've looked at Singapore, so you know, we're trying our best to do it, but we can't do it on our own. I bought 2 clubs out a couple of years ago, and Perth Glory itself lost a lot of money. So we really want to make sure that we don't take away from the A-League season. But it'll be fantastic for Perth to bring a club like that here, and we're trying our best to do so.
Scotty Neville progressed as well, of course. Do you know how that went? Did you expect him to be?
Yeah, look, they like him, obviously. They've extended it another week and a half, so they like what they see. We never hold back any players, especially young players that want to progress. So it's really up to Portsmouth now to make Perth Glory an offer if they want him. If not, he'll be back training with the squad in the next 10 days.
What are your thoughts on that? Do you think he'll get offered a contract?
Look, you can't speculate on another club, but they did ask him to stay for an extra period of time. So that obviously for Scotty is encouraging, but for us we've had no contact with the club on that level. So again, we're just waiting for them, but we won't hold any player back from progressing their dreams.
And you started training straight away?
Yeah, no, I'm going to start straight away. I've had played about 2 or 3 weeks ago on the international friendly, so I've had a rest after that, and I think we start on the 1st of May, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, thanks guys.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
We'll get Shane, the chairman, just signed a contract for the bench.